Hey, what's up, you guys? David here, and I am back to do the second concert review that I said I was going to do for you guys. Yep, see, I'm doing it on the day that I said I was going to do it. I'm following through with the plans here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. So right after the Paul Bearer show, the very next day, me and my dad once again go to a show together. But this time I was joined by his wife, my stepmom, Kathy. She went with us this time, and we met up with some other friends of ours. So this was at a place called Trixie's. Trixie's is a strip club, believe it or not, that is in my hometown. And while I do not really give a shit about strip clubs, if they have shows and the place has a good sound and everything, I'm going to go. And I had been to Trixie's before to see one show. Me and my buddy Evan went to go see Galactic Empire there, which was a Star Wars themed instrumental metal band. And that shit was so goddamn fun. If you're a Star Wars fan and you love metal music, go check out Galactic Empire. That shit is a blast to listen to. And they have a new album coming later this year. So be on the lookout for that. But, so yeah. Me, my dad, and my stepmom, we get to the venue a little late. We missed the first band, which was Blood Curse, so I can't really tell you anything about them because I didn't get to hear them. From what I understand, when I did some research on them before I left, they're just, I guess they were just like a traditional heavy metal band. But like I said, I didn't get to listen to them on their Bandcamp or anything. I was going to, but I didn't get the chance. So yeah, we missed the first band, and unfortunately we also missed a little bit of the second band, and the second band was a band called Wyld Ryde. Wyld Ryde is a local band here in my hometown that my good friend Tommy, who I've known since I was little, a great guy, a very good musician. He used to play with my dad in an AC/DC tribute band called Ball Breaker and everything, and he's been playing for years, and his guitar playing has just improved more and more every time I've seen him play a show. I also watched him play some shows with a band called Hardline with his brother Bobby, another good friend of mine. But so yeah, we unfortunately we missed a little bit of Tommy's band Wyld Ryde. We missed a little bit of their set. I think we only caught about maybe 3 or 4 songs, something like that. I can't remember exactly how many, but from what I got to hear, they were great, really good, great players, great guys. It's the best way to describe the sound of Wyld Ryde. It's just they're somewhere between hard rock and heavy metal. A lot of great guitar solos, some really cool riffs, and the vocals were great. Yeah, I would definitely like to go check them out again, so I could, listen to them more. But, and now I just got some news on their Facebook today that they're going to be working on in their first EP and everything. So congratulations, guys. And I'm sorry for arriving late at your show, but I'm glad I at least got to catch some of it. So thank you guys for the awesome performance. It was great hanging out with you. And the next band to go on was a band called Gotcha. I don't think they were from here where I live. I think they're from Kentucky, but not where I live. I want to say like Lexington, something like that. I could be wrong. But anyway, yeah, the band's name was Gotcha. Again, they were just just a classic heavy metal band, I guess would be the best way to describe them. And they were pretty good. The singer had a pretty impressive range and everything. So yeah, not a whole lot to say about them. I wasn't crazy about it, but yeah, they were pretty good. I wouldn't mind if I was going to see Wyld Ryde again and they came with them. Cool, I'll check them out live again. Why not? So yeah, that's Gotcha. Check them out if you're interested. The next band to go on after Gotcha was a band called Elm Street. Now, this is a band that I was much, much more interested in. Elm Street is a band from Australia that have 2 albums out so far. And again, it's a classic heavy metal band, maybe a little bit of some thrashy parts. here and there, but for the most part, it's just traditional heavy metal. And this is, man, these guys had I was amazed by just their energy, just so much energy from this band, and just great riffs, awesome guitar solos, really cool sounding vocals that sounded kind of reminded me somewhat of Dave Mustaine, but in a way kind of better to me, maybe, because he also kind of had like his own style going, and just, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it kind of reminded me of Dave Mustaine's vocals, but for whatever reason, I think I kind of enjoyed this dude's voice more. But yeah, just, like I said, just the energy was absolutely incredible from these guys. They were just really, really into it. You could tell that they were having a blast. It was their first time over here where I live. So, yeah, Elm Street, they were fucking awesome. And the other thing I'm going to say about them, if you guys have heard of the movie or seen the movie Deathgasm that came out back in 2015, which is like a horror comedy that's completely metal themed, a movie that I absolutely fell in love with when I saw it back in 2015. I thought it was just a blast. It was kind of almost like Evil Dead meets a metal theme, which is right up my alley, of course. And I absolutely loved the movie. It was hilarious. I thought it was a blast. Just really cheesy, over-the-top violence and gore, along with some great humor and stuff. Love it. But yeah, this band, Elm Street, 2 of their songs apparently were in that movie, because as they were playing their set, I recognized those songs. I was like, where have I heard these songs before? I was like, oh, wait a minute, those songs were in Deathgasm. I remember that. So, yeah, pretty interesting how that works out. So, yeah, Elm Street, they were awesome. I really need to go and listen to their... Well, I've already heard one album from them, which is their latest, which is... what was that? Knock 'Em Out with a Metal Fist is their latest. And the first album escapes my memory currently. Yeah, can't remember the name of that one. But yeah, if you love traditional heavy metal, just with a lot of energy, awesome, just great riffs, melodies, guitar solos, and just you know what to expect out of good traditional heavy metal. If that's what you're looking for, check out Elm Street. They're really, really good. I would love to go see this band again, and I really hope they enjoyed playing their first time over here where I live, and hopefully you guys get to come back. So thanks for the awesome show, guys. So yeah, that's Elm Street. And now we move on to the final act of the night, which, as I stated in my video where I was, in my update where I was talking about where I was going to do these concert reviews, I got to see the metal legend U.D.O. Dirkschneider, man, the original vocalist of Accept. This was his solo band, and oh man, they were incredible. They were absolutely awesome. And while I wasn't too familiar with U.D.O.'s solo stuff, because I really haven't listened to a whole lot of it, and after seeing them, it really makes me want to go back and play catch up and listen to more of it, because it sounded really good. But they mostly played Accept songs, which I was really happy with, because that way, I got to know the songs better. And they pretty much played a bunch of the fan favorites. They fucking played Princess of the Dawn, Metal Heart, Objection Overruled, even some stuff that I didn't expect, like off of the Russian Roulette album. They played War Games and, oh... What was the other one? They played 2 from Russian Roulette. I can't remember. There was War Games and there was something else. Shit. I can't remember the other one. My bad. But and they also played. Of course, they played Fast as a Shark. I fucking went nuts when they played Fast as a Shark, man. As soon as they went into that riff, I started headbanging like a motherfucker, because that is just a total headbanger of a song. I don't see how you can't whenever, especially hearing that song live and everything. It really brings it to life. And yeah, that was definitely the highlight for me when they played Fast as a Shark. That was fucking awesome. And they ended with Balls to the Wall, which, chances are, if you are familiar with Accept, then you know that song. Most people, if they've heard of Accept, are like, oh yeah, Accept, that's the band that does Balls to the Wall, right? Yeah. So they closed with that song. Man, U.D.O, their performance, it was easily the highlight of the night. It really was. Just great riffs. U.D.O's voice, man. It's amazing that he still sounds this good after all these years. But, I guess if Rob Halford can still sound as good as he is, or does at his age, then, so can U.D.O. And he does, man. He fucking brings it live. He really does. That guy hasn't lost a single thing on his voice. And if you don't believe me, go check him out live and see for yourself, man. Seriously. It was phenomenal. But, the rest of the band were great too. Like I said, I'm not really too familiar with U.D.O's solo band, so I wasn't really too familiar with the lineup or anything. But whoever those guys are, they were great. They played the songs, perfectly. Really, they couldn't have done it any better, honestly. So, this show was an absolute blast. I had an absolute great time with my stepmom, Kathy, my dad, of course, and seeing my buddy Tommy, and also the vocalist Chief I'm also friends with. Great seeing him again. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've seen you guys, but this show was an absolute blast. And, I think that's going to do it. So, go check out U.D.O if you haven't. And definitely go see them live if you're a fan, because they will definitely not disappoint. So that's going to do it. I will try to provide as many links to these guys as possible, but keep in mind a lot of them are lesser known bands, but hopefully they all have like a Bandcamp or some kind of music page where I can link you guys to go listen to their stuff. But that's going to do it for this concert review. So thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. Really appreciate it. And, I'm out of here. See you guys later.